Thousands of years ago, the conjoined efforts of all races managed to strike down and imprison you. Once you returned, you find them all scattered, divided and squabbling with themselves. This won't do, so you set out to put order in the house for the sake of a good and proper war. I chose to be the antagonist of this world to give its people a common cause. I learned swiftly that was not how to do it. They banded together like a horde of angry students rebelling against the established curriculum and its enforcer, a teacher. Thousands of years had skipped me by. If my interfaces are still accurate, I behold ruin, division, extinction. Many of the races I see aren't at all like they were when I was the hand that clutched their world. They are meek and frail. Pathetic. So I willed their ancestors, those I slew, into the present, resurrecting them with my light on their land. They awoke and burst forth from their graves, clad in armor made from starlight, blades, mauls, bows, arrows, spears and all like slices of the sun carving up the land. I let them carry out their judgments, mingling among their modern kin and setting things right by their methods and ways of old, some dying their irrecoverable second death, others usurping unfit descendants from modeled thrones. Meanwhile, sat on my old throne, watching. A small time passes, and they begin to resemble what I remembered. They had gathered a new, modern, army of heroes to face me. I call upon the pieces of myself that were dead, and bathe them in the light I raised those ancestors with. I set myself upon them in my many new pieces, waging upon them a conflict not for sake of death, not by sword, but by legum and lex, striking them with their own legalities. In this I forced them to attend to their reasons to remain united, turning the war into one of the mind. I gave them everything they could possibly need to do this right. My pieces were felled in spite of this, and I, again, imprisoned. For I was sealed, I called out to them, warning them that doing this would doom us both to a cycle. They heard me, and refused to listen. Another few thousand years are ignored by my accursed sarcophagus. I rise again, and behold a world abandoned, technologies sophisticated and out of place, now in the control of beings whom call me their progenitor. I ask of them where the many, the dozens of races I saw in my pasts, went. They pointed starward, and motioned a fork. As ever, history repeats. Again, they, the myriad many I believed worth my efforts, are divided. Again, I will encourage their unity. My frustrations be mine own damnation, doom me to a cycle if I must. This time, I will not let them ignore each other in favor of what can be defeated, and if I am beaten in mortality, then let this be my declaration that such an action does not yield the victory condition desired.